What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today is the day after sentencing for Carmelo Anthony. But I wanted to double back. I wanted to touch on a couple more things, man. So now, the day after, we're hearing a lot of people, some celebrities, and just, random everyday people. And they're discussing the fact that, in their opinion, Carmelo Anthony didn't receive a fair trial. First of all, over $500,000, over $600,000 was raised to help this guy, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony got a public defender. His parents got a new home, a new car, some plastic surgery, and who knows what else. If Carmelo Anthony, those that make that argument that he didn't get a fair trial, why aren't you mad at the parents? Those of you that donated money, did you donate it to help Carmelo or to help the parents? Because it seems like everybody's pretty quiet on that. People are saying that because there were no blacks on the jury, he didn't stand a chance. I don't agree. If there was a black, a white, an Asian, a Mexican, whatever, that was a potential juror, got up into that box and was questioned and asked, can you be unbiased in this case? And if they answered, no, I can't, you're not going to be on that jury. Period. Carmelo Anthony chose to use a knife when he got pushed. And people are saying it's self-defense. It's not. The force that he used was overwhelmingly more than what Austin Metcalf used. Kids get pushed every day at school. They fight back or they run. Carmelo Anthony could have fought. And let's say during the fight, let's say Austin Metcalf would have been getting the better of him. In the middle of the fight, the knife comes out. Would that still be justifiable? I don't know. But it would have gave the jury more to think about. It would have gave the DA more to think about when charging. But that's not what happened. A bunch of people asked Carmelo to leave. And there are people that are trying so hard to just make this about the fact that Carmelo's black. It had nothing to do with that. There were other black students under the tent. But there were students from the school that put the tent up. Carmelo wasn't. There are celebrities now saying that they're going to donate one. I heard Charleston White supposedly said he's going to donate $75,000 for an appeal. Supposedly, Cardi B said she's going to donate $1 million. What grounds is he going to appeal on? You don't get to just file an appeal frivolously. No lawyer's going to do that. They can get in trouble. They can get sanctions. So what grounds is the appeal going to be based on? Inadequate assistance of counsel? You didn't raise that while he was preparing for trial? You didn't think it was inadequate? That lawyer had nothing to work with. He had no witnesses to help out his client, to help out his case, to help out his argument. I really do feel bad for what's gonna happen to Karmelo. He's not a banger. He's not a criminal. He was a very good student from what I hear. Being a good student doesn't matter when you're behind those walls. Karmelo, the first dude that presses him needs to fight. Any dude that gets at him sideways, he has to fight. If not, it's going to be bad for him. That's Texas. California, there's politics that would protect him. Texas don't play that. He's going to have to fend for himself. And those of you that think that he's going to get out in 15 years or whatever, every time he fights, that's more time he's going to do. And he's going to have to fight. If not, they're going to make him do some terrible things. Again, that stuff doesn't happen out here in California. And I don't see how it's helping anybody to compare this case to other cases. Carmelo Anthony, he wasn't convicted based on his skin color. He was convicted based on his actions. Why did he have a knife on him at a track meet? I heard somebody said that supposedly it was a little knife that he used to sharpen his track shoes. Track shoes have spikes, little metal spikes that you can unscrew and put new ones in. You don't use a knife on those. And people are saying that was such a little knife. Look at what it did. Learn the lesson. Don't carry a knife, no matter what size, because you could wind up with life or 35 years in prison. The adults, the grown-ups, need to start acting like adults and grown-ups. I said it yesterday, I'll say it today, I'll say it tomorrow, I'll say it forever. If you really believe the system is against you, don't break the law. It's really that simple. Don't break the law. Become an attorney. Fight against it that way. I don't believe the system was out to get me. No. I did the wrong thing. I needed to go and sit in prison in order to figure out I was the problem. Carmelo Anthony was nothing like me. I was a criminal. I was a gang member. I chose to live a life where I disregarded the laws of society. I lived by my own laws, the laws of the streets. Carmelo didn't do that. But that doesn't give you a pass. You don't get to take someone's life and then people will be like, you know what? He's actually a good guy, man. We're going to let it pass this time. Imagine if that was the case. If that was possible. You know how many people would lose their lives? Because somebody had a bad day. Somebody had an argument with their wife or their girlfriend or their boyfriend, whatever it is. Left the house in a bad mood and bumped into somebody on the sidewalk. And because that person bumped them, they pull out a knife and stab them in the heart. And they say, you got to let me go free. It was self-defense. He bumped into me. Doesn't work that way. Every civilized nation has laws. And those laws have to be applied when they're broken. I hope this whole conversation dies soon. And I'm very, very glad that we haven't seen like marches and looting and all that. I'm glad we haven't seen that. Because that doesn't help anything. That just leads to other people getting incarcerated and other people being victimized. I don't want to make this a long video. I know people are getting tired of it, but I just wanted to put in my 2 cents. If you're going to be mad at anybody, be mad at his parents. And the only reason why I say that is because over $600,000 was raised, and Carmelo Anthony was represented by a public defender. That's amazing. Like, how do you do that? How do you buy a car and move into a bigger home, and how do you spend that money on material things and then go watch your son sit in court every day? That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.